Hey everyone, Ash here. Just a heads up, this video will contain spoilers for Power Ranger Beast Morphers Season 2, so if you don't want to be spoiled, click away right now because these episodes, as of recording this video, have yet to air in the US. So if you don't want to be spoiled, click away right now because things are gonna get big. Anyway guys, with that said, enjoy the review and I hope you guys stick around for the video. If there's one thing I can say about this episode of Power Ranger Beast Morphers, it's that we're at the end game now with everything going on in this season, because holy crap, was that a crazy episode? That was a crazy freaking ending. I mean, holy shit. That ending for episode 18 or episode 20 of Power Ranger Beast Morphers, whatever you want to call it, that was a crazy ending. And we're getting closer and closer to the season finale as everything comes into play. But what happened in this episode? Oh damn, I'm kinda scared. I am kinda scared with what Evox is planning or whatever the villains are planning. Things are getting kind of tense before they get really tenser. So the episode begins with Blaze walking on set and he's like, "Hey folks, it's me, Blaze. I've been gone for a while. Did you miss me?" And they're like, "Blaze, weren't you supposed to be in Japan entering the karate tournament?" "Oh, you." And Blaze is like, "Nah man, my flight doesn't leave until tomorrow. I can hang around with you guys for a little bit." So Blaze has been getting ready to enter a karate tournament, which is weird because it hasn't been brought up all season until it's convenient for the plot, which I understand the writing for Beast Morphers can be a bit weird sometimes. This is where I call it out for being weird, because we haven't seen Kobe as regular Blaze for the longest time. I mean, I think we saw him maybe once in the musical, and maybe he was in the previous episode. People said he was hanging around in the background in the Fossil Frenzy episode. I can't remember for sure, but Blaze shows up now, regular Blaze just shows up now, and this is where I just want to go on a little bit of a rant. I mean, they could have sent him off ages ago when Scrozzle made the clone of him. They could have written him off out of the show for a little bit and said, "Hey, I'm going to Japan," and he could have came back early or something like that. Maybe that's what they could have done, but nah, Blaze just shows up out of nowhere because that's what he does. But why is Blaze back? I don't know, he's just hanging with the guys. So, there's a Robotron attacking and the Rangers go and fight it. This Robotron, I don't know what to think about it. I mean, it's a train, he keeps going, choo-choo, choo-choo, motherfucker, choo-choo, I'm a train, yo. So, he makes a lot of train puns. He's like, "I'm gonna choo-choo-choo you up," and stuff like that. So, the Rangers fight him, and Devin's late to the fight. I should bring that up some. So Ravi and Zoe go to fight the Choo-Choo monster, and then Blaze shows up unmorphed, which is really cool. I kind of wish we got more stuff like this where Blaze shows up to help fight him in unmorphed fights and stuff like that, but we barely got any of that this season, because it would have been cool if we got it. So Blaze fights the Robotron, he hurts his arm and he has to retreat and stand back because he's like, my arm. So he stands back and he's wearing a long sleeve shirt, so remember that. Blaze is wearing a long sleeve shirt throughout this episode and in some scenes, so keep that in mind when he hurts his arm. So that will be a very convenient plot device in the future episodes. So Blaze shows up, he's able to hold off the Robotron by his own, kick the crap out of it. Devin shows up and Devin's like, "Sorry guys, Cruz got us a little lost," and Cruz is like, "I'm sorry guys." And Blaze is all mad at Cruz, saying, "Cruz is your partner, you should be more harsh on him, Devin," and stuff like that after they defeat the Robotron. It's like, Cruz shouldn't be messing up, you shouldn't be trusting him so much, and he's saying, "You're the leader, you gotta be more assertive, you gotta follow the plan if you think it's right. Don't listen to Cruz, because Cruz is a big dummy," because that's what Blaze is basically saying in this episode. And Devin's like, "Yeah, I guess Cruz is a big dummy sometimes," and you kind of feel bad for Cruz because Devin just shits on him. Well, not shits on him. He takes him for granted this entire episode when they've had a friendship through this entire season, and for this one episode, because Blaze is calling the shots, Devin's not going to listen to his friend. I know Blaze is his friend as well, but Cruz has been there longer than regular Blaze and stuff like that, so Blaze has got a plan. Blaze has got a plan. He's like, hey guys, I've got a plan. We can go over it. So what we're going to do, we're going to trap Evox in the hangar area, and then we're going to destroy them. It's going to be risky, but I know we can pull it off because you guys are great. But I should say, they know about Evox's plan because they conveniently find Roxy's memory data lying around, so they get to see what they were planning, and that was Evox building his own Giga Drone. So that's why they have the plan ahead to trap Evox in this episode. So they used Roxy's memory data to basically fight the Rangers and stuff like that. So yeah, stuff like that. So Blaze is like, listen to my awesome plan. I've got it planned out. Devin, you're the leader. You got to be more assertive. You got to not take orders from Cruz. You got to listen to my plan and my plan alone. Because Cruz is like, this is dangerous. We shouldn't do it. People will get hurt. We'll get hurt because beast bots can't fight up close. And Devin's like, shut up, Cruz. I'm going to listen to my best buddy Blaze throughout this episode because he's got a really good plan. So what their plan is to basically destroy Evox's Megazord and then trap him in this device that Nate built, which you got to have a cool device that Nate built with some Ben and Betty hijinks, which it was kind of okay. It wasn't in your face like previous episodes. It wasn't really their fault to begin with because they were like, hey, Ben and Betty were like, hey, let's stand in this device that Nate built. And while they're testing it out, they're saying, hey, it looks good to me. The janitor walks in, he's listened to Levi Weston, he's singing with his broom, and he knocks it over because he presses a button because he's leaning on the console, and they get Ben and Betty trapped in there, and Ben and Betty are like, hey, let's see how strong this really is. So they transport a blaster in, and it pings all over the place, and yeah, stuff like that. So that's their joke. They get trapped in it, and then when they come out of it, their hair's all frizzy and fuzzy, and they're like, hey, it looks like it works to me, haha. So this is when we get the serious fight. So Evox and his own Giga Drone Megazord, it's really cool. It's a really cool looking device. I think it's mostly from the Sentai when Asaya gets his own Giga Drone or his own Megazord near the finale or something like that. So I really do like the design. It looks really menacing, really scary looking. So we get this really intense Megazord battle where it's in the hangar. They destroy it up close. Cruz is destroyed and Devin apologizes to Cruz. Well, Cruz is not destroyed. He gets injured. He gets severely injured. And Devin's like, I'm sorry, buddy. I should have listened to you. You were right the whole time. And then they trap Evox in the base. And yeah, they captured Evox. So this is where we get to the big juicy part of the episode. The Rangers capture Evox. He's in the base hanging out, and he's just in the jail cell that they built. The jail cell that's inescapable that they built because no one can get out of it. So Devin apologizes to the team saying, hey guys, I'm sorry I was a little harsh on you all. I thought me being a firmer and more tougher leader would get us through the mission, and our friendship is what makes us strong because friendship is what wins battles in Power Rangers. And he apologizes to Cruz. He's like, Cruz, I'm sorry, I should have taken your side and not Blaze. And then after that, we get the big plot twist in the episode where they get a text message from the real Blaze who's in Japan, and the real Blaze is like, konnichiwa, bitches. No, he doesn't say like that, but he's like, konnichiwa, and they're like, wait, if the real Blaze is in Japan, then you're... And then Ravi runs up to him, he pulls off the band-aid, and you find out that Blaze is actually Robo Blaze the whole time. So they were duped, and they're like, so that's why Blaze was such a jerk the whole time. So yeah, Robo Blaze teleports away after laughing evilly, and then the Rangers say, well, Nate says, then that means this was part of their plan all along, and Evox wanted to be captured, but why? And then the camera just pans in, slowly zooms in on Evox just standing there in the cell, not saying a word, and that's pretty menacing because you don't get an evil laugh from Evox. Like, he's just standing there in the cell, doesn't say a word. He doesn't even say anything while he's captured. He's just standing in there. Just standing there. He's just standing there menacingly. And That's the scary part of all. Like, this was his plan the entire time, to get captured and led into the base. So I can kind of guess what it's going to lead to, because he's going to have all the Morphex and all the weapons he can get his hands on. But just that final shot on the episode where they say he wanted to be captured and it zooms in on Evox is really, really freaking scary. So overall, I think it was a pretty good episode. I had a few nitpicks with it, such as Blaze coming out of nowhere. We never got an explanation that Blaze has been in Japan the whole time. It is what it is. But overall, I gotta praise Rory's performance as Devin. I gotta praise Kobe's performance as Blaze, and Robo Blaze in this episode did a top-notch job. The fight scenes were pretty good, and the character development was really good. I mean, Devin went through some really good character development in this one episode. I mean, they could have made it a two-parter, but you could probably say that this whole finale, these final 3 episodes we'll be getting, is kind of a three-parter with everything leading into one another, because I think all we've got left to see with Power Ranger Beast Morphers is possibly Dr. K once again and Colonel Truman. I think that's the last Power Rangers cameo we need to see in this episode. So either way, I really enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see what we'll be getting in the final 2 episodes. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to handle it. The finale seems like it's going to be really crazy, so once we get there, we get there, but it's been one hell of a journey, and I can't wait to continue watching Power Ranger Beast Morphers. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you around in the next video. Peace out, take care, all that good stuff. Bye!